Welcome back to the channel, friends. It is good to be here, and I hope you're doing well. So today I'm excited to announce a full release party for a game that we spent a ton of time playing the demo of. That is, of course, GUG. Now, if you don't know what GUG is, well, GUG is a wildly unique creature collector auto battler roguelike, where the outcomes are only limited by your imagination. This game gives you the freedom and flexibility to use phrases or words to evolve your GUGs into whatever you desire. And then you take your GUGs into auto battles against other player-created GUGs. Now, I really do like the concept, right? It's a really interesting and unique concept. And like I mentioned, we really played a lot of the demo. Like, I think I did 10 plus videos on the demo version of GUG. So I'm excited to see it come full circle for the full release. Now, full disclosure, this game relies on AI to underpin its procedural image and functionality generation systems, which are essentially the systems that allow for personalized creatures and their effects, which is of course what makes this game so unique. So let's hop on in and see what's new. Smash the like button and become a subscriber if you are new here. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, especially if you've been watching since the demo. And now thank you so much. Now let's rock and roll. Alright, so let's hop on in and see what's new. I do notice the soundtrack, right? The soundtrack is a little remixed. I do like that. That is quite nice. And the intro screen is quite remixed as well. So your GUG garden, looks like we have some question marks. We have the wilds, okay. So what is all this? Ah, we can change like the landscape. Cool. I like that. What does this do? Not sure. Okay, so we can broaden the scope of the cone of light, I suppose. That's nice. What does this do? What does this do? That's obviously a screenshot. Not sure what these other options do, but you know, typically, to begin, you wanna GUG some GUGs, and to do so, you simply drag your GUG to the destination, which is what we're gonna do, and it looks like there's new, like, menus, too, that show you more information about the GUGs. Super cool. So we have the GUG Grotto. Bioanalysis: green, trees, leaves, nature, and plants. Alright, perfect. So let's begin. Alright, so the amniotic pool, and this will be familiar if you've been watching through the demo, of course. But this is the pool that will actually evolve your GUG, okay? So, what you want to do is you want to be a little bit creative here. You want to tell the game exactly what you want. In current state, we have 2 GUGs, just basic GUGs. They don't do much. 6 health, 3 attack, 1 simple move, and it looks like move quantity is a thing in this game as well, which is super cool. Maybe we can manipulate that with our words. Let's go ahead and drag a GUG there, and now it's going to ask me for a phrase. So what do we want this opening GUG to be? How about, let's be quite literal. So heal team, attack all. How about heal team? How about heal team, attack up? We'll see what that does. Hopefully it's a GUG that will, you know, heal everybody and then raise its own attack. We'll see. And obviously the amniotic pool animation is quite different. And let's see, we got a Slurp Quill. Grants +2 health and +1 attack to all allied battlefield creatures upon entry. Modifications tag for healing and attack buffs. A Puddle Glade. Okay, so it's testing. So this is the AI at work here, and what it's doing is it's going through a few different, I guess, move sets and graphics here, right? And it's going to find the best fit for what I just described. And that is essentially this game. So, Galitas. When entering the battlefield, boost all allied creatures' health by 2 and attack by 1 with tagged buffs. Okay, cool. Slime boost. Let's go. So we got Geldius and just a regular GUG. It looks like we can... No, never mind. We're going to get denied. I was about to say, that'd be pretty cool if you could morph 2 of them, but we cannot. Let's move on. So let's see. He's got a Transcend little tag on him now, which makes sense. He was just transcended. Lots of info as well. Let's go. All right, kill all enemy GUGs. Okay, so this little menu over here is nice. It's going to tell you what's coming next. So we got this guy on the field, and then behind him looks like a rocky-looking GUG, and then another GUG behind that. So they're all on this lane. So let's move him into place. So this guy, when he enters the battlefield. So let's put this normal GUG right here first. And then let's throw you out there, and you should be boosting HP and attack of all allies. So let's see. See if it works. Sure does. Excellent. Let's go. Alright, so he wins that fight, and just as in the demo, if you attack an open zone, it's going to give you this currency, which is used in shops. Start of each player turn increases health and max health by 1. Leaf bloom. Okay, so that's this guy. Okay, cool. So this only happens when he enters the field of battle, though. So the best way to use Geldius or Galitas here is to kind of cycle him in and out of the battlefield. Looks like next up we have a shop. Let's go. Alright, so we got a Blorb Leaf, or we have a health potion. Okay, so 10 and 15, we have 12. I mean, I think getting another body out here is useful. However, this guy has 1 attack and 2 health. Pretty useless, if you ask me. So let's get Galitas buffed up a little bit more. Alright, very good. Definitely seeing a lot of sensible changes with this game. It feels a little more straightforward. And of course, one of the things that we ran into with the, demo runs that we did is oftentimes you would get some sort of effect that is promised by a GUG, and it doesn't actually happen, right? So let's see if they've retooled some of that stuff. That's definitely what I'm looking forward to experiencing. Oh, we got a Blorb Leaf on the field, a very unimposing creature at 1 and 2. So let's go ahead and throw Galitas out there. Let's get him. Alright, good job. And let's pull him back so we can cycle him back and forth. So we're going to take some hits here. Not great, but that's okay. So let's shuffle you over. Actually, we'll keep you right there. We'll shuffle you in. This guy's hitting for 8. Wow, man. Just calm it down. And another victory. Okay, so Amniotic Pool is next. This is great. So now we can, of course, transcend another GUG. Now, if I don't like this guy's effect, we can transcend him again, if we like. But let's go with the normal GUG so we have, 2 serviceable GUGs that we can use. So for this guy, let's see, what do we want? I mean, maybe like stealing HP would be good. Maybe like an area heal would be good. I think the first one I ever used was an area heal one. I wonder if it's the same in this. I think it'd be useful. Could have one that maybe summons. Let's go with area heal. Gotta keep the HP high. So friendly creatures in Glorfeel zone gain +2 health at the start of each player turn that are not Glorfeel. Okay. So he's not gonna heal himself, but he will heal Galitas, which is nice. And of course, you can do ones that, like one of the ones I'm aware of is if you put all 9s, just fill up the text bar with 9s, you're gonna get a really, really powerful one that breaks the game for you, essentially. Like, near impossible to lose. But current state, we're actually a little bit overwhelmed here. So they have 3 GUGs coming to the field. Looks like they have their own little boss here. Interesting. So I wonder if we have to attack an open zone to hurt the boss, like they would have to do for us. Looks like we have 2 more coming, then a set of 1, then another 2, and 7 enemies left. So there's actually more coming as well. Alright, well. I mean, Glorfeel and Galitas have to get it done. It's really quite simple. So this is where obviously the HP restoration is pretty useful, and our Mother Morula does take an attack. Not good. But also not much you can do about it. These guys do not have any attack, which is great. So we can cycle Galitas back in for his beneficial skill, of course. Does this guy put asleep? Saw the little sleepy Z's, but I guess not. So let's stay healthy, boys. What do you say? Let's take on these 2. Looks like we got another set of 2 and then another set of 3. So the sets of 3 are brutal because we automatically take damage from that, right? So I'm trying to think, what would be... what do we need on this team, right? mean, I think we just need better healing, frankly. Alright, so Glorfeel should heal Galitas. Okay, direct hit right there, and Blastula is actually down. Okay, so we actually won. So that's how boss fights go. Interesting. Another amniotic pool trip. So this is where it's obviously nice to get a bunch of just regular GUGs that you want to transcend. I think if I'm going to choose between Galitas and Glorfeel, it's got to be Glorfeel. So let's go ahead and let's maybe get a new moveset on him. How about this? Steal attack and HP. So when he attacks, he steals their stats. That's what I'm hoping for. He can keep himself healed up. On battlefield entry, choose an enemy to siphon -1 attack and health, gaining +1 each. Nibulix. Gribbleach. Right, I kind of like it. Definitely better than what it was before, that's for sure. Alright, so moving on here. Looks like we have the Bismuth Desert. Okay, so it's just a 2 zone, which is useful actually. This guy's gonna hit for 3. Let's send Galitas up against him. So when he enters the battlefield, that's what happens. Okay. So let's let this guy get onto the field. Let's actually pull them both back. Then he's gonna steal some stats. Alright, you bet. And he actually defeats him. Very nice. Okay. Wait, something's gonna spawn here? What? Confused by that. Let's throw him out there anyways. We're definitely under some assault this particular turn. Very nice. Got the win. Okay, cool. Got another shop. Let's see if we can add. Okay, so we can add another GUG. We actually have enough to purchase both of these. There's an attack potion back here though as well. I think Galitas needs the HP. You should purchase the GUG, so we have something to transcend. Could actually get the attack potion as well. Galitas, get it, man. Or excuse me, Gribbleach, get it, man. Let's go. Alright, Plor Blunk. Summons a 0/3 rock in a random empty spot on your battlefield when entering. Okay, so he's going to spawn something here. So that's what that was. That was a call out that the enemy was going to spawn something on my side of the field. Which is interesting. So this guy's coming down. He's got 3 attack. Let's get Galitas out there to keep our GUGs healthy. Okay, so we got the rock coming down. Rock takes a massive hit. I think this GUG can absorb this hit. Then let's pull, it doesn't look like we can. That's okay. Alright, so Gribbleach. Let's pull him back. Let's pull you back as well. Let's get Galitas up there. Alright, so this guy's going to spawn something on my side of the battlefield. Lots to understand with this one. It's going to corrode enemies and spawn sporelings on empty enemy spots. Well, let's not give him an empty spot. Okay, hitting for 7. Alright, so what are we looking at here? So this guy's going to hit for 7. I don't want to absorb that hit with Mother Morula. However, there's an amniotic pool coming up soon, it does appear. So let's see, can I just undo all this? So he's coming down, he's going to attack. I think Gribbleach needs to steal his stats. That's what has to happen. So unfortunately, I do believe we have to sack I'm not sacking Galitas. He's too important to the cause. So we gotta do this, unfortunately. So they do combat. This GUG is retired. But now we got Gribbleach, who has just enough HP to take him out. He's gonna steal some stats as well, which is quite nice. Gonna get hit for 6. But hangs in there, nonetheless. I mean, I'm trying to do it without, like, a bona fide powerhouse, right? But, man, sometimes. Alright, Gribbleach, Galitas. I mean, he's got 21 attack, only 3 HP, 6 HP. Let's go with Galitas. Let's go with copy enemy stats times 10. Let's see if that works. Let's see what this spits out. Mafaloom copies and multiplies times 10 the attack and health of an enemy creature it selects at entry, becoming grotesquely powerful based on its victim. Okay, I like it. Sounds like exactly what we need. Absolutely. Alright, so they got 3 coming in. We got, what's that? Big Ba. He's got 100 HP. Yikes. I feel like this game's difficulty level certainly has increased. And okay, so let's see. Looks like we're gonna have things spawn. Okay. All these guys hit to kill. So that's also not good. So I think what has to happen is, I mean, I think I have to take a hit here, unfortunately. I can't sack Gribbleach, man. He's too good. Select one enemy creature currently on the battlefield, so none of these guys are actually on the battlefield. So this skill doesn't really work in my favor. But if we take a hit, I mean, I actually have to sack Gribbleach, unfortunately. Because these guys aren't technically on the battlefield, right? So we go first and then they come down. Now, if they started on the battlefield, that would be a different story. In fact, it kind of seems like we just don't have enough GUG presence to really get this one done. Because what I have to do is I have to do this. Unfortunately. Oh, how about this? That actually works greatly in my favor. Okay, so this is quite nice, actually. So let's throw you out there. Alright, very good. So how about that? 60-20 creature now. But we are going to be short GUG power, if you will, right? But we're going to get some spawners as well. Alright, spawning in. Little tokens. Okay, so for some reason, the tokens didn't spawn in, as anticipated. And we lose the fight. Mother Morula has been destroyed. Fell victim to the Slime King's army. Most unfortunate. Completed 1 biome. I think what I needed ultimately was just more variety of GUG. Like, we needed more GUGs to mess around with. I transcended the same one several times, right? So I definitely think, I mean, depending on what selections you're making, right? Like, I could do 9999, right? We could have a ton of success. But I don't necessarily want to do that because it's not that it's cheating. I think this game is certainly intended to make overpowered game-breaking GUGs, right? Let's try a summoner. Summon Skeleton Army. At encounter start, summon up to 6 Skull Imp minions. When it dies, it triggers a Bone Shiver, dealing 1 damage to a random enemy creature. I like it. At encounter start, okay, cool. Maybe we can go with like some summoning ones. Yeah, how about this? So I don't even need to throw them out there, right? Yeah, we don't even need to throw them out there. The skeletons can simply just do my bidding. At least for a while. And we can grind stats right down here. So this is good. Got Glorf heal coming in. Sprawlum bones. Let's go here. Alright, they're gonna do combat. We're gonna grind some currency. You bet. Alright, I've got a shop. Let's see if we can secure. Well, we can't. Don't have any currency. Most unfortunately. Alright, so we got our skeletons in there again. This is good. So let's move you over. Let's get you out there to grind some more currency. Alright, very good. This guy's coming down now. He's got 6 HP. Let's tank the hit. Let's go. I mean, 4 HP. We gotta do it. Gotta stand in and take the fight. I mean, it's tough to absorb so much damage, right? It really is. Got another shop. This time we have a little bit more currency, though. So you gotta purchase this. You gotta get healed up, man. Alright, good deal. Alright, so we got a boss fight. Blastula again. But we get 3 skeletons, so that's a good benefit. I think you need to grind HP. You need to grind attack. Let's do it like this. Completely fine. They're gonna do some chip damage. Just zap them across the board. Everybody has 4 HP, don't they? Let's hope we can get into an amniotic pool. Looks like maybe it's another shop phase next. Which isn't particularly great. We're kind of getting whittled down here a little bit. I might have to dig into the bag of tricks here, friends. Might have to get something super powered. I think he's got to take this hit. At least get a hit on him. Alright, that's direct damage. I mean, I need this guy too much. Like, we just need him. So we're taking direct damage here. Yeah, so it looks like for boss fights, they just keep on coming, man. With waves of 3. If I do this, though, we should be able to win. No, never mind. This guy comes down. Now he's toast. Yeah, I think we're compromised early on here again. Well, let's do a new run. I mean, that one's already done. All right, let's get a fresh new creature. Can we get summon permanent GUG? Because I want to add to my bench. So we have more GUGs to play around with, right? More GUGs to transcend. More GUGs to make something out of. Like I said, I could go 999. On battlefield entry, summon a lumpy, indestructible GUG to an empty, friendly spot. GUG can't be destroyed, exiled, or removed. Flume Pug. Okay, I mean, I don't dislike that. So let's see if it works. 5 once per battle at start of round to half health. Okay, so this guy's gonna revive. Alright, there we go. Cannot be removed from play. Okay. Well, this should help us grind some currency, for sure. So the first shop phase, which is coming up next. And it's nice that these things actually do damage in return. And what do you know? It comes right back. Okay. So there's some goofiness. It has 0 HP. But it's still out there. So it's literally indestructible. So it took the word permanent quite literally. I mean, I think we can definitely use it. But we got some goofiness going on for sure. However, victory. And we got enough currency at least now, where we should be able to do something, right? So we can add to the army. So I can add these two. Okay, so this guy's 20 now. Let's get the attack buff then, at least. At least I have one more to play around with, right? Kill all enemy GUGs. All right. So, Glubagen. All right, well, let's start things off with Flume Pug. That's right, get that indestructible GUG out there. Alright, so a 3/4 creature is going to increase the spot's occupancy limit by 1. Okay, so that means multiple creatures can be in the same spot, I do believe. But he's going to come down and find out. Punch in the face by Flume Pug. Right, very good. I mean, minus 3 HP, minus 6, why not? We'll lean into the indestructible nature of the GUG. How about that? So all kinds of goofy stuff going on. However, we can add yet another GUG, which is quite nice. So let's go ahead and do it. All right, lovely. Hunt the targets. Alright, so we got one going down there. Let's actually keep you guys grinding stats. So when he enters the battlefield. Okay, so let's pull him back then. Let's get you out there. All kinds of goofy stuff happening, man. A 3/4 creature. He's got a target on him. Oh, hunt the target. So we must have to try to kill these guys. The ones with the targets. Okay. He's got 4 HP, so let's throw you out there. And yeah, we get another summon. That's what I thought. Very good. Alright, that guy gets wrecked. The target gets wrecked. Does that mean we win? Guess we're gonna find out real soon. Looks like it. Alright, perfect. Amniotic pool. The answer is, of course, yes. Alright, so we have a few more GUGs to play with then. So let's do buff allies from bench. Maybe we can like compress the buff allies from bench. Let's see what that makes. It'd be nice to have one sitting on the bench that just throws buffs for our ones that cannot be defeated, if you know what I mean. We'll see if it, while in bench, grants +1 attack to all allies on the battlefield at the start of your turn until end of turn. Quite nice. Moosh Blup. I like it. It's a good one. Part of the solution. Gonna sit on the bench, buffing up our allies. Welcome to the team. Glue Plite. Alright, Bismuth Desert. Here we are again. A familiar spot. So when you enter the battlefield, +1 attack, okay. Let's get you out there. Perfect. Although I didn't see an attack buff. See if it happens this turn. Can I move this guy back? Looks like I can. Wow, look at this guy. So let's take the opportunity to go ahead and let's move you here. Let's move you there. Okay. When glue fight is in the bench zone and a friendly creature excluding itself enters the battlefield, increase that creature's attack by 1. So if I throw him up there, it should be +1 attack. We'll have to monitor that next turn. This guy with the big hit, but luckily you're indestructible, man. Alright, so let's bump you back, if we can. Okay, so now it's in. Interesting. Let's do this instead. And I did not notice an attack buff. So it doesn't appear that this guy's effect is doing what it's advertised to do. Now we have a really big hit at 6 coming down. So this is why I wanted 2 of these guys in here, right? But it looks like he's frozen. Although you know what appears to be happening. Okay, so this guy's giving himself attack. Interesting. Let's attack from there. I mean, this guy's a pretty tough customer. Keeps getting his HP back as well. I'm kind of confused by this one in particular. So let's watch the HP values. 9 and 5. And somehow we won. I'm not exactly sure why. Were we supposed to just survive a set amount of turns or something maybe? That could be. Increase the amount of coins the player owns. Okay. 8 coin bonus. 5 coin bonus. I mean, obviously, that's a pretty good deal, right? Thornbush appears to be, what, free? Buy this guy to add it to your team. Nematode Fleshling. Okay. So I think you're pretty important to the cause. Got to keep you alive. So let's do this. Wait, Thornbush attacked me? Did I guess? I thought I could add him to the team. Plus 9 HP though. How about that? And plus 8 attack. How about that? Might as well purchase this. Not every mind, it costs 10 now. Alright, let's leave. Got some much needed buffs, and how about this? We got a 5 spot. This is going to be tough. Now these guys have 1 HP and 2 attack. Don't appear to do anything really too exotic. So let's get glue fight in there. So his effect is just busted. Oh no, never mind. It's Flume Pug. That's our boy. Well, let's get them all out there. Something like this. Let's go. We need you out here, man. Let's go there. Let's move you there and let's keep attacking. Okay, we got a full field of them now. The mother is definitely going to be taking some damage here. Just a little bit. But obviously, you want to limit that as much as possible. And what do we got? Well, I've got a nematode nest, 50 HP. Let's get our heavy hitter on it. Let's go. Come on down. I think these guys can go and grind some HP. Got over 100 currency now, which is pretty nice. Grind some HP though, guys. In fact, let's get you back to grind HP. It'll take him a while to kill him, yes, but we can grind HP in the meantime, right? Get just a little bit healthier, I suppose. Although, what just happened? Oh, we won. Okay, cool. Maybe it's a set amount of turns or something. Thorn bush is in the way. Got a regular GUG right here and a health potion. Give me that health potion, man. +5. Give me that regular GUG too, please. How about this? We've got a nice combo. Attack and health combo. Don't mind if I do. Perfect. Alright, looking healthy again. Alright, we got a boss fight now. Volvox Captain. Alright, he's got a bunch of GUGs. It's like GUGs and rocks. Let's get you in there. Let's get down the indestructible one. Let's throw you in there as well. And let's attack. Swap places and let's go again. Alright, this guy, we'll send you over this way. Send you over this way. And let's go. Gotta try to stay healthy, man. Alright, so smite this guy. Gonna get some direct damage. Alright, good hit. Alright, so this guy's hitting for... Well, these guys are hitting for 3. 5, 4, and... obviously -8. Gotta pull you back. Let's get you out there. Let's do this. Spread the health loss just a little bit. Well, this guy's coming down. Can also get a direct hit right here. He's got 11. It's a 14 hit. That's good. So this should be a victory. Although we're starting to get really weakened. But victory. We've seen the amniotic pool. So that's absolutely what we need. I think I need a guy that like he's not really doing what we need him to do. You though. Wait, what's going on? I don't understand what's going on. Why is it yelling at me? It's not letting me, I don't understand why it's not letting me transcend. Goofy man. There doesn't appear to be anything we can do here, friends. I don't know. I'm confused. Right, it tells me. So am I unable to back out of this? Interesting. So it seems like... seems like that's that, I suppose. I mean, restart run, like... Maybe if I increase the game speed, we can do one more run, but man, that's most unfortunate. I guess I just got soft locked there, like, I don't understand what I was doing wrong. Yeah, so like the amniotic pool itself is busted. Strange. Well, my friends, maybe that's a sign. Maybe that's an indicator. You've unlocked the GUG bar. Explore your GUGs by clicking on the gnome. You've unlocked daily bounty game mode. Amniotic spring. New environments. Okay, cool. Play 10 wilds runs. You have unlocked a new vignette color for your garden. Okay, cool. So come back soon. Continue. Oh, so this is continue. Amniotic spring. Is this just like... Okay, so now this is all locked up. Click a GUG to add it to your garden. Okay, so that's that. And won't let me interact with this GUG any further. So I'm not exactly or entirely sure what is going on, my friends, but it wouldn't be the first time we ran into some goofiness with the game of GUG. However, I think I can take a hint, right? Can definitely take a hint in life, and I think this is an appropriate time to do so. So I think we land the plane here. I think you get the idea of the game of GUG. A full release party here on the channel today. So this, of course, has been GUG, a wildly unique creature collector auto battler roguelike, where really the outcome relies simply upon your imagination. How far can you take your imagination? What kind of outcomes are you going to get? I think it's a really unique system, right, to use words and phrases to evolve your monsters into something that's useful and serviceable for your team, right? Like, I kind of found myself as we were going through that playthrough, like, thinking, what do I actually need, right? Well, we needed to keep our existing GUGs healthy that we're gaining in stats, but lowering in health as we go battle to battle, right? So my mind immediately went to, well, how can we do that? You know, maybe area heal or buff from the bench, right? That's where my mind went to see if maybe we could help offset some of the deficiencies that we were seeing on the battlefield, right? But you always get unpredictable outcomes. I mean, some GUG combinations are pretty straightforward, right? If you want to go far in a run, just type all 9s. It's an absolutely insane GUG. I learned that in the demo. I would assume it's still the same in the full release here. Just type all 9s, have some fun with that. There's also other like super powered ones. If you want to check out some of the demo runs that we've done, I'll definitely link the playlist in the pinned comments and the video description. If you want to check out some more GUG, of course, those are runs from the demo version, but the core game itself, of course, remains the same. The full release obviously has seemingly some new features and probably maybe a more structured game flow, I would say. However, in the world of GUG, we have often ran into some issues. We ran into some here today, and we're at about the 45-minute mark, and I think I can take a hint to simply just end the video here. So thanks so much for spending some time here. Of course, do appreciate that. Smash the like button if you like. seeing the GUG back in the fold right here on the channel. I think this game just needs to really work out some of the kinks, man. Like, it really does. Too much soft locking and too much just goofiness happening, right? Like, I'm not really sure why the amniotic pool got locked up, but like, that can't happen, right? Because that does end a run, and that's pretty frustrating, right? So hopefully they can tweak, some of those issues, but keep the core gameplay elements the same. The whole idea of using phrases and words to evolve GUGs. I really do like it, and I really do think it's unique. That's what drew me to the game in the first place. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, of course. Smash the like button if you enjoyed your time here today. Consider becoming a subscriber as well if you are new here. Would greatly appreciate that. And I thank you so much. So with all of that said, my friends, I'm going to get on out of here. But I'll be catching you in the next video. Thanks a lot.